Watching it, we're not looking at a washout, kind of questioning how much sun we might get into. That could warm us up back into the 80s, but as far as rain chances go, fairly low through both Saturday, Sunday, and likely continuing on into Monday. Rainfall on radar at the moment, much of it has since ended. Few spotty showers here and there up to our north. And then as far as rainfall goes offshore around the Biloxi Marsh, Mississippi Sound, these showers are weak. Well, it looks like some of these have actually intensified a bit, but certainly more of the light to moderate, maybe some pockets of heavier showers. But for the most part, these are not the downpours that we had earlier. And we did get some big downpours. 2.27 inches of rain at Kenner, 2.68 at Lakefront, and numerous streets reporting flooding across the metro area. Thankfully, at least based on the early reports, nothing more than just nuisance street flooding. Those stranded cars, at least not that I've seen. 1.13 belt chase and almost 1 3/4 inches up in Slide, a little bit more than that. We are under, at least the denser clouds are moving out. We still will have these lingering low clouds around with us, really depending upon, as I'd mentioned, just how much cloud cover we see through the weekend. That will determine our highs. Now, the rainfall, as far as that goes, fairly slim chance, 30%. So we will see some rainfall. Hopefully it avoids any outdoor activities. And actually at the same time as this the surface low kind of scoots up to the north, notice how we're going to see a northerly wind or northwesterly wind. That should help to lower the humidity a little bit more for late Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. But also a question, if we get a return wind back off of the Gulf, it could increase the humidity. So a lot of questions with regards to exact forecasts for this weekend. Again, if we get into some sunshine during the day on Mother's Day, then that would easily send high temperatures into the 80s. If we stay under cloudy skies all day, probably keeping us in the upper 70s. Either way, it'll be a little bit of relief for what is on the way late in the week next week. As far as adding to our rainfall totals, notice our high resolution models really coming down with maybe 1/10 or 2 of an inch of rainfall on both sides of the lake. Actually, our HER model indicating maybe a little trace of rainfall across a few locations into the weekend. So we're not going to add to our totals a whole lot more. This is one storm complex that is moving on, and actually in the wake of this, we're going to see some drier air moving in. That's why I think, one, we're not going to see nearly as much rainfall, and two, kind of thinking with changing the forecast a little bit to maybe a little bit more sunshine through the weekend. The upper low remains in a position where we'll at least keep some instability around, meaning clouds and a few isolated showers, but also a pattern that should favor some slightly less humid air. This system finally moves away as we head later into the week, and then in its place, a building upper ridge. This will likely send our first 90 of the season our way, perhaps starting Thursday. That would be May 15th, and on average, the first 90 of the year at MSY is May 18th. So we're about on track if we do in fact hit 90 degrees late next week. At the moment, a little bit of a breeze, but at least the rain coming to an end. 68 degree, dew point is 66, so humidity is at 93%. Winds ripping out of the northeast right now at 21 miles an hour. Over the next couple of days, again, kind of putting a little bit more of a question mark with my high temperature forecast here. If we do see more sunshine, lower 80s, no question, with a few spotty showers. Our Monday forecast, less humid, still around, but definitely a little bit more of an onshore wind by Tuesday, 84 degrees, and then the heat builds in with that upper ridge, temperatures nearing 90, possibly starting Thursday.